Dinosaur Hunters, Chapter 4, Hunting Giants. Unlike fossil hunters 100 years ago, today's dinosaur hunters have modern tools. They drive trucks instead of pack mules and wagons. Sometimes computers can help them discover where big bones are buried. But the thrill of finding dinosaur bones hasn't changed, and neither has the long, hard work. When dinosaur hunters find a place to dig, they make camp. In hot places, they may build a wooden roof over the spot where they will dig. The roof protects the fossils that are exposed during digging. It shades the dinosaur hunters, too. On some digs, dinosaur hunters use a backhoe to remove layers of rock and dirt above the fossils. Once they get close to a bone, they switch to handheld tools such as chisels, awls, and hammers. Sometimes they even use dental picks. Dinosaur hunters have to be careful. One wrong move can shatter a huge dinosaur bone. Sometimes dinosaur hunters will dig out a big chunk of rock with fossilized bones in it. They do not chip away the rock around the bones. Instead, the rock is left around the fossils to help protect them. The entire rock is wrapped in paper towels and covered with plaster. Then it is put in a crate and sent to a museum. Other times, bones are taken out of the rock right at a dig. But dinosaur hunters don't hurry. They take pictures of the bones just as they are in the ground. Sometimes they make drawings, too. Then, each bone is numbered. All this work will help later when a skeleton is put together again in a museum laboratory. Next, the dinosaur hunters pour a type of glue on each bone as it lies cradled in the rock. The glue hardens the bones. When the glue is dry, the bone can usually be taken safely out of the rock. Little bones can be wrapped in foil and packed in boxes, but bigger bones need more protection. First, they're covered with a thin wrapping like tissue paper, paper towels, or foil. Then, burlap strips are soaked in wet plaster. These strips are wrapped around the bones. The wrapping keeps the plaster from sticking to the bones. The plaster dries into a hard cast like the kind doctors make for broken bones. These casts, or jackets, protect big bones while they are being shipped. Really big dinosaur bones can be really big problems for dinosaur hunters. If large trucks can get close to a dig, dinosaur hunters can use powerful winches to lift the bones out of the ground. This makes it possible for today's dinosaur hunters to collect bigger dinosaur bones than ever before. And for many years, when it came to hunting big dinosaurs, nobody beat Dinosaur Jim. Dinosaur hunters like Dinosaur Jim find fossils in all sorts of ways. Sometimes people call them up with tips. An oil field worker might report that she's seen some big bones buried in the sand. A quarry digger might tell them he's uncovered a giant skull. A miner might phone to say that while he was digging for coal, he found a huge backbone. And if a call comes, a dinosaur hunter is on the way. Dinosaur Jim hunted giant dinosaurs outside. He hunted them inside museums, too. Once, while poking around a storeroom, Dinosaur Jim discovered a huge arm bone. It was the biggest one he'd ever seen. A tag said that the bone had been found in Colorado. Were more of the big dinosaur bones buried in the same place? Dinosaur Jim headed to Colorado to find out. Dinosaur Jim started digging. His hunch was right. He and his crew dug up part of a skeleton of the largest dinosaur ever found. Until Dinosaur Jim's discovery, the 40-foot-tall Brachiosaurus was the biggest known dinosaur. But Dinosaur Jim's new dinosaur was even bigger. It would have been 120 feet long. That's why he's called a Supersaurus. But Dinosaur Jim's discovery wasn't the biggest dinosaur. In 1991, hikers in New Mexico found an even bigger dinosaur. They saw a long line of huge white rocks pointing out of the earth. The rocks turned out to be the bones of a huge dinosaur's tail. The hikers called the dinosaur hunter, Dr. David Gillette. He named this new dinosaur seismosaurus, or earth-shaking lizard. Then in 1993, a sheep rancher in Argentina saw what looked like a log made of stone. Two South American dinosaur hunters came to check it out. The log turned out to be a bone of an even bigger dinosaur. They named it Argentinosaurus. Argentinosaurus. But is it the biggest? Or were there even bigger dinosaurs roaming the earth millions of years ago? Absolutely. Their bones are still waiting for someone to find them.